Hi everybody. Our first tutorial for 2026 is showing you how to do the C2C stitch and cover a pillow. This is an 18 by 18. You can use whatever size you want, 14 by 14, 16 by 16. This is an 18 by 18, and get your 4-weight, your number 4 yarn, a number 5 hook, 5.0 hook. My subscribers, my newcomers, come join me so I can show you how to make this pillow cover. I'm excited about doing pillow covers. There'll be more to come. So let's get your material and get started. Now we're going to make a pretty cover for a pillow. The pillow can be for your bedroom, for your living room couch, whatever you prefer. The first thing we're going to need a H crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a large eye needle, the yarn that I'm going to use. I had some Red Heart Super Saver yarn. It's a number 4. See the number 4? It's a number 4. The color is Scuba because of the blue. It's called Scuba, and it's 482 yards. And it's pretty, and I like the fact that it's all different shades of the blue. As you can see, this is how it looks. This is the first panel that I did. I did the first panel, and I'm going to work on the second panel with you. All right? And then we're going to sew and crochet the panels together. I will show you how to do that. All right? So let's get started. Oh, this is my pillow. This is 18 by 18 square pillow. 18 by 18. If you want to use a smaller pillow like 14 by 14, I can show you how many humps you'll have to do that. We're going to form a loop. And we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So here's your first chain, your second chain, here's your 3rd chain. So we're going to double crochet. So we're going to wrap, put the yarn through the top of the chain, pull the yarn through, and then we're going to grab it and pull through 2, pull through 2. We're going to go to the second, well, that was the 3rd chain from the hook. So now we're going to go to the 4th chain. We're going to wrap, bring the hook through, grab the yarn from this side. We're going to grab the yarn, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's your double crochet. Now we got to go into the 5th chain. We're going to wrap, put the hook through the 5th chain, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2. So now you have chain 2. This is 2 chains here, right here. Then you have 1, 2, 3 double crochets. So right after you do your 3rd double crochet, you're going to turn your work and you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just like we did with the first row, the second row, we're going to double crochet in the third chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet. We're going to go to the fourth chain, double crochet. We're going to go to the fifth chain, double crochet. So now you have 3 double crochets here and your chain 2 space. Your chain 2 space right here. So what we're going to do, this is our second row now. We're going to take our crochet hook and we're going to go into the chain 2 space right here, because you have 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and we're going to go right into the chain 2 space at the end. We're going to go in and we're just going to slip stitch. We're going to grab the yarn and go all the way through like that. Did you see that? I'm going to do it again, because this is the second row. We're going to take our crochet hook and we're going to go right into the chain 2 space. We're going to pull the yarn all the way through and slip stitch. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space. So that's 1, 2, 3. So now we did the first row here. This is the second row. See, first and second. Now we're going to do the third row. So what are we going to do? We're going to turn our work and we're going to chain 5. It's a 1 row repeat as we increase. So once again, we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go into the third chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to double crochet. We're going to wrap. We're going to go into the chain, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2, and we're going to do it 2 more times. And you have to be careful, because as you go into the chains, sometimes the next chain tightens a little bit. So you got to be careful and make sure you see it, okay? So we're going to go in, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2. The third double crochet, we're going to go into the last chain, which is right here. You're going to go in, pull the yarn through, pull through 2, pull through 2. Just like that. Now we're going to go into the next hump. And we're going to go into the chain 2 space. You see 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and we're going to go into the chain 2 space, pull the yarn all the way through. That's a slip stitch. And we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to do 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3. Now we're coming to the end of the third row. We're going to go into the chain 2 space, and the chain 2 space is right here. After the last double crochet, there's a chain 2 space. So you're going to go in and you're going to slip stitch. You're going to pull the yarn all the way through, and you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to do 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3. Okay? You're going to turn your work, because now we're going to work on the 4th row. And you're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to double crochet in the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, double crochet. Double crochet in the 4th chain. And double crochet in the 5th chain. Now we're going to go into the next hump. I'm calling these humps here. So we go into the chain 2 space of the next hump, and we're going to slip stitch. We're just going to go into the chain 2 space. We're going to pull the yarn through, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then we just go to the next hump, and we go into the chain 2 space right after the 3rd double crochet. There's that chain 2 space. We're going to go in. We're going to slip stitch by pulling the yarn all the way through. We're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and do 3 double crochets. So I don't believe I mentioned the pattern that we're doing. We're doing a C2C crochet pattern for this pillow. Okay? This is a C2C, which is corner to corner. Now we're at our last hump, and we're going to find the chain 2 space. So here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets. The chain 2 space is right at the end. There's the chain 2 space. And we're going to slip stitch by pulling the yarn all the way through, and we're going to chain 2, and we're going to do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. See how it's increasing? All right, and just so you know, I could have put a stitch marker here so you know that it's the right side. That it's the right side of the design. But for me, the string is on the left side. It's not on the right side. Because it's on the left side, I know this is the right side. And when we finish our increase, we're going to end up with our string on the left side, okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. So just keep going. When you get to the end, after you've done your 3 double crochets, you just turn your work and chain 5. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, and this is your 3rd chain right here. You're going to double crochet in the 3rd chain, double crochet in the 4th chain, and you're going to double crochet in the 5th chain. And after you do that, you go to the next hump. Here's your 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go into the chain 2 space. You're going to slip stitch, chain 2, and do 3 double crochets. You do this all the way across. Go into the chain 2 space, slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets. You got that? Go into the next stitch, go into the chain 2 space, slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now here's your last hump. Your last hump. You go into the chain 2 space at the end and you slip stitch. You chain 2, 1, 2, and then your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, see, it's growing. This is your 5th row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humps. Turn your work. Okay, see, we're like this, but you turn your work, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you start all over again, okay? So remember, it's a 1 row repeat. It's going to keep growing. And you double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 1 double crochet, double crochet in the 4th chain, double crochet in the 5th chain. That's how you start every row. And then you go into the 2nd chain from the hook in your next hump. All right? Chain 2 and do your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. All right? And then you slip stitch in the next chain 2 space. So you just keep going. And I'm going to keep going until I get to 24 humps. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going until I get to 24 humps. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to the next chain 2 space. See, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and your chain 2 spaces right here. And we're going to slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to go to the next chain 2 space, slip stitch, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And now we're at the end. Don't forget about the end. We're going to go into the chain 2 space in the hook at the end. Okay, remember, you have 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and we're going to go into that chain 2 space. At the end, we're going to slip stitch, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 2, 3. Turn your work, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double crochet in the third chain from your hook. 1, 2, 3. Here's your third chain. You're going to double crochet. After you double crochet in the third chain, the next chain tends to tighten up. So you got to make sure you see it because it's right here. All right. So I'm going to double crochet in this chain stitch right here because it tightens up when you start doing your double crochets from the third chain. Here's your last chain. So now you have 3 double crochets and your chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3. And then you slip stitch in the next hump, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And you just keep going. All right? You see the next hump, you slip stitch, you chain 2, and you do your 3 double crochets. You go to the next chain 2 space, you do your 3 double crochets. Okay? You got that now? You go into the next chain 2 space, and you slip stitch and chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. Go into the next chain 2 space, slip stitch, chain 2, and your 3 double crochets, and you just keep going on until it keeps growing. So when you do an 18 by 18 pillow, you need 24 of these humps. If you're doing a 14 by 14, you need 18 humps. All right? So if that's what you're going to do, a 14 by 14, you do 18 humps across, and then the decrease starts. You do 24 humps across, and then the decrease starts for an 18 by 18. So I'll be back when I have my 24 humps and show you how to decrease. The yarn that I'm using wasn't really a full skein of yarn, and I've run out, as you can see. I have no more of that yarn, just a little bit. So I went into my stash because I was trying to figure out what other color I can add. And luckily enough, I ran into this color in my stash, which matches perfectly. And it's the same brand, Red Heart, Super Saver. And the color is turquoise. What kind of color is that, right? It's turquoise, close to turquoise, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to use this color to finish making the pillow cover. All right. So I want to show you something that not that I discovered, but that I do sometimes. Because when you get into the rhythm of making something, sometimes you miss a step like I did. And I noticed it like 3 rows later. That's why I say when you're working on your project, always go back and look at it to make sure it's right. And what I'm talking about is this part. Now, what I did was when I got to the end, I got to do the 3rd double crochet. Okay, so the mistake I did, I went into the chain 2 space, right? And I slip stitched. And instead of chaining 2 and doing 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then turn your work. My mistake was I'm here, right? And I slip stitched. And then I turned my work. And when I did that, when I got to the end, it didn't grow on this side. So I noticed it 3 rows later, and I had to take it apart. And my thing is, when I crochet, if I can visibly see the mistake, I have to take it apart. Okay? But I'm sure I'm not the only crocheter who, if she sees a mistake and it's not really visible to a person, I just keep going. I ain't gonna lie. I just keep going, okay? But anyway, I shouldn't even tell you that, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. So, well, I've just told you. All right, so now I've run out of the color. What color is this? I ran out of the color Scuba, and I'm gonna use this turquoise because it matches pretty good, as you can see. Okay, so I gotta change colors. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chain 2 so I can finish this side. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. And before I turn my work, I'm gonna cut the yarn and add turquoise. I am going to tie it. I prefer to tie it. Whoops. Okay, so I've tied it. Because once I put it together, nobody's going to see the knot at all. I'm going to turn my work. And when I change colors, yeah, one more thing. When I change colors, I always try to change colors on the right side. If your strand or string is on the left side facing you, this is the right side, okay? But if your string or strand is on the right side, that's your wrong side, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and finish until I get to 24 humps, like I said before. 1, 2, 3. Turn my work. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. And just so you know, you can change up and switch colors anytime you want. Just decide how you want to put in your colors, because we're going to be doing a few pillows. And I'm going to use a lot of my scrap. I got a lot of scrap yarn that I'm going to use to make pretty covers for throw pillows. All right. So now, because I've changed colors, I'm going to keep going until I get to the 24 humps. And I'll be back. See how this blends? I was lucky to find this color. But see how it blends in? I love it. All right, I'll be back when I get to 24 humps, and then we're going to start the decrease. I have my 24 humps for my 18 by 18 pillow. Now it's time to decrease. Here I am at the end. Oh, okay, I'll do the third double crochet. Okay, here I am at the end, making my third double crochet. Okay, now I'm going to go into the third double crochet on this hump. 1, 2, 3. Go into the third double crochet, slip stitch, turn your work, slip stitch in the 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and continue on down your row. Slip stitch, chain 2, and your 3 double crochets, doing that all the way down to the end. And you do the end the same way we did the end on the previous row. You do the same thing. I'm going to show you again. I'm going to take this apart. So when you get to each end, this is what you do. I'm taking this apart. All right. I'm doing my third, I'm at the end, so I'm doing my third double crochet. And I'm going to slip stitch in the third double crochet right here. So you've got 1, 2, 3 double crochets. And I'm a single crochet in the double crochet stitch. Not single crochet, slip stitch. You just slip stitch and turn your work. I'm going to do it one more time. You go into the third, you go into the third double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and you slip stitch. Turn your work. Slip stitch in the 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, slip stitch in the chain 2 space, chain 2, and do your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the next chain 2 space, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. All the way across. So when you get to the end, you're going to do the same thing I just showed you. You're going to slip stitch, do your 3 double crochets, And then you're going to slip stitch in the third double crochet. 1, 2, 3. In the third double crochet, you're going to slip stitch, turn your work, and then you're going to slip stitch in the 3 double crochets and into your chain 2 space. And once you've slipped into your chain 2 space, you're going to chain 2, 3 double crochets, and continue all the way across. I'm almost finished working the second panel to my decorative pillow, and I started from the 24th row in this corner, and I started my decrease. And I just want to show you before I finish how it looks when you get to the end. So see now, I only have a few more humps left. I'm going to do my 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the chain 2 space of the next hump. Chain 2. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I do 3? Oh no, I only did 2. I got to do 1 more. You always check your work. Now I'm going to the next hump. I'm going to slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Okay, slip stitch in the chain 2 space. Turn my work. Slip stitch in the 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the chain 2 space. Chain 2. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the next chain 2 space. Chain 2. 1, 2. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the next chain 2 space, which is right here, because now we're closing our square, C2C. Slip stitch in the chain 2 space. Turn my work. And look, this is the last 2 rows, and I'm going to do the last row. We're going to single crochet in the 3, we're going to slip stitch in the 3. Wait, I just did 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the chain 2 space. Chain 2. 1, 2. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch in the chain 2 space. The last chain 2 space, we're going to slip stitch. And we're done. So now we're finished. We are finished. All right, so now we are going to put the pillow cover together, and we're going to have the back side of each panel together so that the right side is facing you. All right, and remember what I said. Remember, the string is on your left side, or you could put a marker. You could put a stitch marker here. But I always remember the right side is when your string is on your left side. Before we get started, let's make sure we get rid of the loose strands. So I used my large eye needle, and I'm going to hide my strand. So I'm just going to go in and out of the stitches to hide my strand. And I'm going to cut it. So just get rid of your strands before we start single crocheting all the way around. Cut my yarn. Putting the pillow covers together, I have some stitch markers I'm going to use to make sure I have it, that I'm single crocheting evenly all the way around. I also have this kind, or you can use safety pins. So we're going to form a loop. And I'm going to go right about here into both panels. And try to do it as evenly as possible. And I'm going to grab my loop, tighten it, pull through, make one chain, and start single crocheting around the 3 sides. When you get to the corner, you're going to do 2 single crochets in the corner. 1, 2. And you just want to try to match both sides as you go in and do your single crochet. You just find your area or your stitch. You see? Am I going too close? See, I'm going right in here. Right here. Single crocheting all the way around. And single crocheting, I'm just going into the 2 sides, pull through 2. Well, I'm going to move this clip. Going through both sides, single crocheting. You just go in, pull the yarn through, pull through 2. You go in, pull the yarn through, pull through 2. You go in, and make sure you're grabbing both sides. Pull the yarn through, pull through 2. Okay? So that it looks like this. And just go around all 3 sides and I'll meet you at the bottom. I'm finishing up the 3rd side, single crocheting the sides together. I'm going to do 2 single crochets in the corner. Every corner you should do 2 single crochets. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to do 2 more single crochets around the corner because I'm getting ready to insert my pillow. All right. So now I've single crocheted all 3 sides, as you can see. All 3 sides are done. I've put in the pillow, you see? When I got to the corner of the 3rd side, I made sure I did 2 single crochets in the corner. And now I'm going to finish single crocheting the final side. And we will be done. All right, so just continue single crocheting the final side of the pillow cover, and I'll show you how it looks at the end. I finished my last single crochet, so I'm going to go into the first single crochet that I did, and I'm going to slip stitch. Pull the string tight and loose. Cut my yarn. Okay. And for me, since this is the beginning of the single crochet, I'm going to tie it in a knot. Like that. I'm going to take my large eye needle and sew in the remaining yarn into the stitches so you won't see it. Alrighty, so I finished my pillow. After we've single crocheted all the sides together, this is how it turned out. Here's the front side, and here's the back side. Now the thing about this, you can put any kind of colors any way you want on these pillows. Make it real colorful if you want. But this is my first pillow. I have another pillow the same size. I'm going to do a big granny square. But what I'm excited about this is the fact that you can throw in any colors in here and make it pretty. I have a few more um, crochet stitches to show. And the next one I'm going to do, after I do the other 18 by 18, I'm going to do a smaller one, 14 by 14. So I'm glad you watched me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like channel. Hit that like button, I mean. The like, okay? We like this. And subscribe if you like. The more the merrier. I am very happy with this pillow. So I'll see you next time real soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now.